What's going on? What's happening? What is up, family? Welcome to the Millennial Masterclass podcast, servicing all millennial issues. And guess what? This is episode 22. And we're recording it 6:22.
Why was I thinking HU too, Leslie? As soon as you said 22, I was like, HU.
Nobody was thinking Ricky but me.
I said deuce.
Oh, damn. I just automatically thought, like, because, never mind.
I was singing Rick Ross, okay? That's just for clarification. I was singing Rick Ross. But let people know who we are. I'm Trish, y'all. I'm posted up in Harlem, and we're going to throw it down to the DMV because someone was so anxious to let everybody know how they feel. So what's up? Let them know. Let them know.
I always get so excited when I get to go second. So what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Sean the Don, in the DMV, repping hard. Hardly home, but always repping. I don't know why I said that. I've been home so much.
But always repping. You call me the answer. You are. I don't know the lyrics. I don't know. It's something like that. Right?
I don't even know what you're singing. So
no, it's the one by Aubrey. You know the one.
Oh, Drake.
You know the one by Aubrey.
You said the one by Aubrey like that's your friend.
Uptown. That's the one.
I mean, he is my friend in my head. Like, what are you talking about?
We used to be in Memphis in the summer together, man. You know.
Well, I got the mic. It's your girl Les in Temple. But I will be in Houston Shawty this weekend. So
what's in Houston this weekend?
Fun.
Oh, wonderful.
I haven't had in quite some time. So it's just a great. No.
That's exactly how I took that, Leslie.
That deserves a drink. That deserves a drink.
I got some I'm drinking on some half and half from Chick-fil-A.
Hey, this is a little whiskey.
Tristan has got a different kind of drink over there.
I do.
I actually can't say it. I meant legit fun. Like I haven't really been out and about, have fun in quite some time. So my LB Andrea, she's celebrating her birthday this weekend. And so I'm gonna go hang out with her and the girls, have a little Sunday fun day, little girl sleepover on Saturday. But I'm gonna try to pop in and see whoever else I can. So
you said pop out?
Pop in, pop out, pop all about, whatever you want to say.
Okay, pop it up, girl. Pop it up. You smell that? Popcorn's popping. Talk about it.
Good night. Anyway, go ahead. Let's start the show.
We can do that. But like before we do that,
I forgot we was here.
Are we? Okay. So are we jumping right into it? Are we not going to recap? Are we not rewinding?
I really didn't do too much.
You said we don't need it?
Huh?
You said we don't need it?
I thought you said something. I'm like, huh? I heard eat it. I was like,
what the fuck? What is going on?
Yo, what's happening today?
I don't know.
Make this a blooper, though.
Leslie, just tell us how your weekend was. Let's just
probably go make the cut. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh my God. My weekend, I was getting a lot of work done because I was trying to, work ahead so that this weekend I can really just have fun and not have to think about stuff. But it seems like even more stuff has piled on as of today, honestly. So it's I'm still going to try to get through everything by Thursday so I can enjoy my weekend. So your girl is a little, not stressed, just a little pressed for time, but I can make it work because it's what I do. So it's all good.
Wonder Woman.
I know that's fine. Well, excuse us, but my weekend was pretty solid. Didn't do much. Went to an old head brunch. A friend's mom of mine.
Nope. Go back.
I keep calling it an old head brunch because it's a friend of mine's mom. She turned 50 something. I don't know.
Okay. That's
so yeah. It was young people there, but it was mostly the older crew. So hung out with the older crew this weekend. That was cool. You know what I did today though? For the first time ever, I went to Starbucks to just sit there and work. Never done that before. I'd never done that before. I'm like, well, I got to order a drink. I'm all stressed out, texting people, hey, what do you order from Starbucks? That's not coffee or it's I don't know what the fuck I'll be drinking.
Just get tea.
Man, every tea got 6 names. I was in there oh my gosh.
Mint, they always have mint tea. Mint tea. All you need.
All else fails, go with mint. And then she was like, oh, what size do you want? I looked at her, I said, oh shit. What are you supposed to say? So it was a black girl. I looked at her and I was like, small. And I was wrong and I knew she knew, but I didn't know what else to say because I couldn't think of what it was called. So she just looked and we both just bust out laughing
was she black?
Yeah, she was black. That's why I looked at her like that. I gave her that look girl, small.
You know girl.
What are the sizes? Cool. It's venti, right? It's venti. And then there's
venti,
another one.
Grande. And what's the other one? It's one more. I forgot.
But it's something bigger than Grande, but Grande is supposed to be big, right?
No, Venti's the biggest one, right? And that's
Venti is the biggest?
Yeah.
I think so. And what's the first one though? I forgot.
So why the fuck would Grande be smaller than the Venti?
I don't know. I don't go there that often. I don't know. And I ask these questions every time when I do go.
Yeah. Next time I go, I might just bring my own little tea from the store. But it was cool. It was cool.
They gonna say, please exit.
Ma'am, you gotta buy something. You've been here for 3 hours.
Right. You just all sitting here.
What made you go to Starbucks to work though? I'm curious. Because you said this was your first time doing this. So like something happened in the world that made you feel like this is where I need to go work.
I have been going fucking crazy in my house. Like I never sit in my actual office to do my work. I always sit on my couch and then I end up probably taking a little nap. Don't need to do that. Like it's seeming too repetitive. So
I feel that.
Yeah, I got to get out of the house, people watch, make up stories about people's lives and shit while I was
sitting shit.
There.
Did you see anybody crazy? Like who was the craziest person you saw there? Like I know you
saw everybody somebody. I don't think nobody was crazy at Starbucks. Everybody was chilling. There was hella people in there doing their work though.
You should look into like WeWork stations around you know, where you go in there.
Are they free?
Yeah, I think
I don't want to pay for a space.
They cost a little bit, but it's not, I don't think it's probably like a Starbucks drink. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I know like my company, they like give us a stipend towards them. So see if your company does anything like that. They may provide, because you know they try to, you know, get people out of their houses and stuff like that who are remote. So just look into that and see.
Oh, I never thought about that and about getting my job to pay for it, because that's what I like.
But then there's a couple like really cute like coffee shops in Houston, like Black owned, that I've seen on TikTok lately that I'm like, oh, I kind of want to do that or whatever. So who knows? I'll end up somewhere.
That's cute. Maybe I'll go to a Black Plate Snacks.
That feels right. I'm about to say that
feels
like,
right.
Like an off the beat coffee shop. I feel like in New York there are Starbucks, but like there'd be hella people in them. So whenever I try to go, I just find like some off the beat. I'm like, give me dessert, give me the mint tea, leave me alone. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I feel that.
That's true. That's real. But that was my update. That's all I got for y'all.
That's real. I feel that.
What about you, Tristan?
No, I didn't nearly do as much as I wanted to get done this weekend for sure. Like there was definitely filled with a bunch of work, but like I felt like I was too busy chasing after dogs like most of this weekend. Like no, I'm serious, man. Like we had this one dog, like Millie. She's the most obstinate ass dog ever in life. Like she's 11 years old. No, you would think she wasn't even cool enough to do that. She wasn't. She was just fucking old and set in her ways. And then so she conned me though. She fucking conned me. Like, I was
not a con.
I know, I'm serious. Like I took her out, right? Thinking, I'd had her without the leash before. She was cool, right? That girl stopped limping and started running. Like she came out, like she said, zip, zip. I thought she was Barry Sanders the way she was zipping and zagging. It was crazy. I was like, this.
I know who that is, but not how relevant that is.
Relevant as hell with the way elusive she was.
Like he's really fast.
And then some, yes, and very elusive.
Okay.
He was quick, like he had all the jerky movements. Like it was wild. I probably could have used somebody newer, but that was just the first one that popped into my mind. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Me and Leslie still wouldn't have known what the hell you were talking about. You could have said Odell Beckham.
The dog got away. I got the dog. I got her, but it was wild. I didn't even know she could move that fast. I was like, "You've been playing possum." Mm-hmm. I know what's up with you. I'm tired of your ass, but she gone now. I'm happy. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's quiet. The peace is still. It's beautiful.
Speaking of possums, I was.
Nigga, hold up.
I never heard that shit before. What a transition. What?
What?
Speaking of possums, nigga, okay.
I shot a possum out here in Texas. That's where I shot it. What?
A few weeks ago.
That's what she says. Oh my God.
No,
oh my God. Is that it?
Please don't tell me that's not it. A few weeks ago. My uncle always goes out into like the garage or whatever, and my grandma's house, you know, is the backyard.
I just knew you were gonna say the woods.
So no, but it's kind of like it because my grandma has a huge backyard, and then like this is like woodsy area that's out past it or whatever. But anyway, he like yelled my name, and I'm like, I peeked my head out. I was like, hey, what you need? And he wanted me to like get this plant that was sitting outside and bring it in the house or whatever. So I went out there and I walked like 2 steps outside and I heard something like rustling in the grass. So I paused. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a big dog or something. I'm just like looking like this. And then when I looked out into the distance, I seen some eyes. I'm like, what is that? So then I see it's 2 possums, 2 like white and gray possums, like running to attack me. Okay, I exaggerate. They weren't trying to attack me.
They were trying to attack you last. They was coming at you.
They was going the opposite direction. Leslie.
No, but they were walking in my direction, but they weren't like, coming at me, but they were just like, because they heard something, someone coming outside. So I ran back in the house at first, and my aunt's like, what's going on? I was like, the possum trying to attack me. She started laughing or whatever. But then I hurried up, I ran out, grabbed the plate, and I ran back in or whatever. I said, I ain't never doing that again. Like, I'm like, oh, figure it out. So,
I would not have went back outside for nothing.
Child, I'm the only one with, decent legs out there, can get, in and out. So they needed me to do it.
We would have been waiting for hours. Standoff with a possum.
What else can you tell us about the elusive possum of Texas, Leslie?
That's all I got for you. Like, I don't want to see one again. They look weird and terrible. They was actually pretty quick and light on their feet. I was surprised. I was all like, let me freeze in my footsteps.
You know what's really crazy? When you said you shot a possum, I was about to be like, damn, I've had to like help shoot a possum before. So that's why I was like, oh man, that's childhood memories. Wow. Like one time in Chicago, now this is in Chicago too. Like we're in Chicago and like we live in a 2-story. This is a brownstone, and there was a possum, and like in our backyard is all concrete and everything. That's how all the backyards were. And like the wooden steps, there was a possum on the woods that my father had to kill it with a blowgun, like with a blow dart like gun. He like hit it with like 11 blow darts. That was crazy. And then I had to pick that one up. And then my aunt had to shoot a possum one time in my grandfather's garage because it was like nesting in there, and we tried to get it to go and it wouldn't. And then she had to put a cap in his ass.
Why the hell your daddy got a blow? Like, why your daddy got that weapon?
We all have blowguns. We actually got his Christmas presents one year.
Wait, what's a blowgun? You like?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a very long, like fiberglass like situation tube, and then you can shoot a blow dart.
Y'all put that on your Christmas list?
No, it just appeared, and I was like, oh, great. We had hours of fun with that. Hours of fun.
We have
okay. What else did y'all shot each other or something? What was y'all doing?
Well, okay, so they came with plastic pellets and needles. So the plastic pellets are what we shoot each other with. Like there would be times where you'd be sitting across the room and we might like send one like at your head, and like it'd be like excellent shot. But like the needles were like piercing, and like that's how you got the possum.
See, y'all had different kind of childhoods because that shit don't sound fun to me. That does not sound fun to me.
It ain't even y'all. That's his childhood. We ain't shooting no possum.
Leslie, you was in Texas. Y'all was probably shooting full ass deer or something. I don't know.
Now we caught lightning bugs and we like climb and stuff like that. But that's all I got for you.
Not lightning bugs. I used to put them in the water bottle until they fucking died the next day.
My grandma had all these little glass jars, so we used to put them in a jar and then you poke holes in the top so they can breathe or whatever. And we would just
they still died.
I know.
My aunt tried to get us to like collect them one year, and I was like, I'm good. We have lights here, so we turn them on.
We have lights where we live.
Turn a candle. Like I don't need to shake a bug up to, I have a flashlight. It has a bunch of lumens. It's great. It's awesome, But I feel like
we have been on a tangent. Let's
it's time to move on. But yes, it is time to let the people know what's going on in the streets. And today it's especially relevant because there are so many people that belong in these streets. So many of y'all are out there riding for them, and we got the biz for the streets. It is time for the bulletin board. Let's take it away.
All right. So, as the entire world knows, we're in. I hope it's not pre-World War III that we're in right now. Like, who knows what's going to happen? But it's been a lot going on between Russia and Ukraine. I just want to give a little bit of like the backstory because I know a lot of people are like, why is this happening? What's going on? Like, okay. So basically, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which for those who don't know, it's the second largest European country in terms of like landmass. It's basically a result of a long simmering tension between the two nations because they do share a border. So basically, modern Ukraine has never been a part of Russia, but it was once a part of the Soviet Union. So we're taking y'all back to world history class, right? So the U.S. has supported Ukraine in the face of the continued Russian aggression for years since it broke off from the Soviet Union in 1991 and became an independent nation. A few little facts. The U.S. actually set up its embassy in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, yes, which Russia invaded last week, right? So Putin, well, let me not, because I don't want him coming after me. But anyway, Putin said in a letter last July that he basically doesn't recognize Ukraine as being independent, and he believes Russians and Ukrainians are one people. So ultimately, it's just like his grab for power. And we all know that like there was stuff going on with, him and Trump, and Trump has verbally supported him in all this foolishness or whatever. So basically, this is just Putin's, attempt to just take over Ukraine. He doesn't want them to be independent any longer, and he doesn't take no for an answer. So as we know, like U.S. is supporting Ukraine, all the NATO allies are supporting them. U.S. has put sanctions when it comes to Russia, but they met today. Russian Ukraine leaders met today. They're supposed to be in a few more days just to reconvene to see where things are. Ukraine's not taking it lying down. They're fighting back. So we don't know what's going to happen or how long this is going to go on for. We are praying for all those involved. But the crazy thing is, while we're in the midst of like praying for Ukrainians, trying to help Ukrainians with resources and stuff like that, we see that people of diaspora, us Africans, are still being treated like we're less than. They're not allowing, the Africans to board the trains and they're trying to exit the borders. They're treating them like third-class citizens. And I even saw on the news, reporters are like, the refugees are going to be welcome because they're Christians, they're blonde, they have blue eyes. Those types of refugees are good people, they're welcome. But they're basically saying, Africans, Black people, they're not welcome. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, even in the midst of the crisis, like racism is still at the forefront. So it's just like, it's a lot of mixed emotions and mixed feelings going on right now. That's all I can say.
I know there was more.
Tristan, I thought you were about to comment.
I thought you were. I know.
Oh no, I thought me going like this was like concluding my.
I thought that was just you stunting on it, like racist. And then
no,
okay,
I've said enough.
No. But that situation is crazy. So much like history there, like it's a very intricate like web, and it's crazy. And then Putin, he just wants it. He wants that land. I mean, it's and then defensively too, you want that, because if you have Ukraine, I mean, it gives you a much stronger hold of like possibly taking anything else in Europe you might want. Like in his mind, he feels like it should be one, but like you just want it to be a communist, a communist regime. And they don't want that, who the hell does want that? I mean, I don't really want FSB to run in my house at night, and come take whatever the hell they want. So I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, my heart definitely goes out for those folks. I mean, because it's like, what can we do? Because sanctions are not going to stop him. He doesn't give a fuck. Because sanctions like only hurt you if you can really hurt their pockets. But he has his own money, right. And then they have the oil. Like they have enough that they don't really they don't have to be bothered with any sanction that we place upon them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Leslie, you said it the best. Like, it's just that racism is literally in every aspect of life, in every place you go, all around the world. And just seeing those videos, it was just heartbreaking.
People waiting in line for 7 hours, turning them to the back. That's crazy. You a Nigerian student in Ukraine. You've been in line for 7 hours like everybody else. You go to the front. Oh yeah, buddy. No, Ukrainians first. The fuck? Are you right. What? Yeah. Because you're Black. What?
Because you're Black.
It's wild, man.
I actually saw there was this one guy. He's from the DMV. I forgot his name, but he was playing overseas, and he got stuck over there with. He was
playing as in like a basketball player.
Yeah, he was playing for the Ukrainian team, and then he got stuck over there and trying to make his way back or whatever. And he was saying like his family's calling him like all day every day to check on him. His mom's crying and praying, and they're just like trying to figure out how to get him home and everything. So this was a couple of days ago when I saw, so I haven't checked back to see if he actually made it or not. But yeah, it's just I've seen a couple stories like that where Americans went over there for work in whatever capacity, and now they're stuck over there, so or for school. And
it's like a pit of sorrow, man. It just keeps getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
But like on the real though, before we move on to the next one, but what do you think the answer is? Like, how do you think you actually stop it? Because I feel like unless people boss up and actually send enough troops to stop Putin, he's not going to stop. There's one way, right? Or what do you do? Do you just let him just have Ukraine? Like, what do you do? Like, how do we stop it?
I don't know if you can stop it, man. Putin is just he on one. He's crazy, you know, like he just, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
but is he crazy? I mean, in the history of our country, we just take shit all the time. We tried it with Vietnam. We tried it with South Korea.
We
tried it
don't
all
do
the
that
time.
shit. We
No, I'm talking about America. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
we
You're
don't
absolutely
do that
right.
shit.
Like, what is manifest destiny? They do that shit all the time. So in his mind, I'm just doing what everybody else does. People take shit in Africa all the time. No one says shit about it. Wars happen all the time in Africa. They don't say a fucking word. But because you're invading a country full of white people, now everybody has something to say. So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because apparently they don't care enough to stop him. If they did, they would.
I don't know, but I ain't joining the war. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you damn right about that. Damn right about that.
Listen, the people who need to be drafted first. If you were at the Capitol on January 6th, you already got the weapons, you're gonna get drafted first. I saw something that said
The 54% of white women that voted for Trump, you can get your, you going first.
Someone said if you was one of them kids that was fighting at 7:30 in the morning, you need to be over. Because why was you waking up with fighting on your mind first thing in the morning?
Talk about choosing violence. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
There was always fights in the morning.
Always.
Well, because you realize that was the only time you might get to them. You know, like as a person that may have broken up or been a part of some of these, I can't confirm or deny. But that was just the time where, because you got to think about it, security's lax. Everybody hasn't had their coffee yet. They're not ready. Like you're good to go. And you feel like this might be the time I actually might get to lick in. And then you feel like, you know, and then you don't have to have school the rest of the day because who wants to go through the whole school day, then fight, get suspended? I might as well fight in the morning, get suspended. So I'm gonna go to school that day. It all makes sense.
Who thought this through?
Okay. Who's actually put this into practice maybe at least once?
I don't know what you're talking about. What I do know is that we need to move on to the next one of the bulletin board. That's what needs to occur.
Y'all remember the actress Amanda Bynes?
I didn't remember the Amanda show. Come on now. Almost offensive.
Back like they forgot. Like one of my favorite movies is She's the Man. I was just watching that last weekend. I freaking love that movie.
Young Channing Tatum in that?
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. So I bring her up to say that she's actually seeking to end her 9-year conservatorship with her parents. So not many people knew. I don't think Sean knew she was in a conservatorship with her parents.
Man, these white parents be crazy with these child celebrities. Oh my gosh.
But didn't Amanda Bynes want to do this voluntarily?
Yeah, well, so excuse me, with her parents, it wasn't like the Britney situation at all. So like they really did step in a time where their child really needed them or whatever. And they actually support her wanting to end it. They're like in full support, like you turned your life back around. You've been, living right. I believe she's been sober for over 4 years now.
She when it was drugs.
Yeah, she had a little drug issue. Yeah.
I mean, Amanda has had some of the best quotes ever in terms of drug use.
Please share for those who don't know some of her quotes.
One of my favorite quotes from Amanda Bynes, she said, I want Drake to destroy my vagina. And then when asked about this very comment, she said, I was high on cocaine when I said that, but it is true. It's just amazing. I'm trying to
figure out what's wrong with that. A lot of people want their vaginas destroyed by Drake.
They do. I think it was more so where she said it, not so much, and when she said it, not so much that she said it.
Okay. I mean,
well, we gonna leave her quotes right there. But
I mean, Drake heard her. He could have acted. So I mean, clearly it wasn't important to him. That's not important. Anyway, let's just move.
Anywho, she's currently 35 and is attending the Fashion Institute Design and Merchandising in LA and has received above average grades, which is great.
Well, how do we have a report card right now? Why do we
just want to just give like some of the highlights of how well she's doing in life.
She's doing good in her classes.
She got a gold star and she is the hall monitor. What are we saying right now?
List.
Okay. That, like she has reached the point where she can take care of herself again and she doesn't need
because she got an A in class. A lot of 16-year-old niggas right now. They need to be alone.
Good for you, Amanda.
Let me also add, since 2020, she's been living in what her attorney described as a structured community for women. And she's also transitioned to a rehab.
YWCA?
Like, what are we talking about? Not a YWCA. like assisted living, but for like.
So she's in a young folks' home. What kind of shit is this?
The young folks.
I'm done
I
talking.
say
I'm
all
done.
that to
I'm done.
say that Amanda seems to be in a much better place where she can take care of herself, take control of her life again, and doesn't have to be in a conservatorship with her parents, and they support her. So I'll put a nice little bow on that.
To Amanda and her parents.
Woo! To Amanda and her parents. Woo!
Oh, ma'am, do we have
ice? That shit's so good.
Do we have anything else left on the bulletin board, ma'am?
Yes, we must shout out Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is Biden's Supreme Court nomination. Huh?
I was hoping you because Byron who? Byron who?
No.
I called it just.
I did it. Oh, okay. You made me lose my spot.
I'm done talking. I'm sorry. I'm done.
So yeah, she is Biden's Supreme Court nominee, who is set to fill the seat left when Judge Stephen Breyer retires this summer. Biden actually said that she's pragmatic and she has an understanding that the law must work for the American people. So all people, essentially us. So she's 51, served as a federal trial court judge for 8 years, and last June was confirmed for a seat on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. In addition to her work as a public defender, she practiced at law firms large and small and served as vice chairman of the U.S. Sentencing Commission at a time when it sought to reduce the penalties for crack cocaine, which we all know how that went with actual crack rock versus powder.
All drugs should be legal.
Well, that's a topic for another day. We'll revisit that. I'll put that on the topic list. She was, just a couple of highlights. She graduated with honors from Harvard College and Harvard Law School, and she was an editor for the Law Review. And she also clerked for 3 federal judges, including Justice Breyer, the man she's set to possibly replace. So we just wanted to shout her out. We have all the confidence in the world that, she'll do well. She's actually qualified, unlike others who have been nominated to the Supreme Court, and she seems to be unbiased, unlike others who have been nominated to the Supreme Court. So we're rooting for you, Judge Ketanji.
We are rooting for you, Judge Ketanji
and your
Brown
black ass
Jackson.
name. I love
it. Yes, and your name. Yes, ma'am.
We love it. We are here for it.
Here for you. Here for you, girl.
All right. Well, that's all I got for y'all. So y'all know I'm gonna keep my ears to the street and report back next week.
Don't worry about it, 'cause you got options. Yeah.
What's up? We're back. And you know what today actually, I'm actually really happy about this topic because we had another topic and then we were talking about it. We were like, nah, we don't want to do that. So we were like, what should we do? And we were like, yo, man. And people were just talking about dating apps. And we were like, I think this is it. Because a lot of people's dating apps be trash. But then sometimes it's just the dating app itself is trash. Do we prefer the dating apps? Because you have options, but then there's a certain je ne sais quoi about seeing somebody and looking them in the windows of their soul and being like, what's good, boo? When you meet somebody, So today we're going to talk about all things dating apps. We're going to get right into it. So the first things first, let's talk about what is a dating app. For those who don't know, a dating app is an application on your phone that is used to find dates. Right, there you go.
Oh, wow.
No, but but on the real, what it basically does is that generally the format is this. They'll show you a picture of somebody and you'll be able to swipe right or left. And it's just that simple. And then if you guys have both swiped right on each other, then you'll match up and then you guys are allowed to speak to each other. And that's the basic format of most of the dating apps. But there are some changes between them. So I did compile a list. Now I'll give you a little fun tidbit. Do you know, actually guys, how many dating apps do you think exist in the world, guys? I know I told Les this, but let me ask Sean. How many do you think exist right now? Just a ballpark figure.
53.
Over 1,500 dating apps exist in this world.
I said what?
Over in the 1,500 world? And are active and people are using them and people are members of. So as long as people are subscribed to it, that is the criteria.
In this country, it was max.
In the country, I believe it's only a few hundred are used, but in the world, over 1,500.
Sheesh.
And you have a bunch. So what I did is I kind of scoured the net and I got kind of the best ones that people by downloads for certain categories. So they say the best one for a quality connection is Hinge, right? And it's tearing up. And I believe it's it's in the top 10 of downloaded dating apps. The best one for hookups, you know it, you love it, dirty old Tinder. You know it, as soon as you see the flame, you know what it is. The best ones for kink, failed. I don't know if you guys have heard that. If you guys are into kinky shit, and you're looking for specific kinky stuff, Feld.
Spell this one.
Failed.
F-E-E-L-D. I believe it's F-E-E-L-D. I'm gonna get you that spelling for sure in just a moment.
I've never heard of that.
No,
Mm.
I've
be looking
honestly,
for it.
I've
Okay.
tried most of these. I'll tell you the ones I haven't tried. Best for those looking for something specific. OkCupid. They say with all the filters and everything, OkCupid is probably the best if you're looking for something specific, and then with like the base of people nationally. So
Isn't that one paid for initially? Like I know all these have like.
we're getting
premium-
there. We're
Okay.
getting there. Don't
Okay.
rush it, but we're getting there. Best, and they say the best for something serious is eHarmony because of they supposedly match on the 40 levels of compatibility and all that jazz. So they
Mhm.
say that's the best for something serious. If you're looking for something right now, like we got to get together, eHarmony. They say the best for women is Bumble. I think that's some shit. I think like maybe they meant white women. Like I don't know who they meant because it's certainly I've been on there. It was trash. Like I was on there. I mean, I used to go on there all the time. It was straight trash. Like I don't know if it was an app that was more trash, but that was pretty close.
Mm.
They say the best for queer women is an app called Her, and I was like, aren't y'all gonna run into some branding issues? But I mean, I guess Her is
Because
acronym, so it's fine. So whatever. And yes, and then now this one I thought was interesting. So I basically looked for like what I thought was the most interesting one, the one that had the most gimmick, and this one is called Thursdays.
Thursdays.
The app is only so it's only in New York and London, in places what you got to really have a big pull for this. But the app is only works on Thursdays, so you have to be either ready to date that day or be ready to make a plan to date sometime later. But you can only communicate. The app only works that Thursday. So like let's say you communicate and you're like, boom, all right, if you try to exchange numbers, you can't talk to them until next Thursday in the app.
Oh.
So it's really trying to create a sense of urgency. I thought that was probably really fascinating.
That's
to me.
weird.
It was
I'm gonna
it was
forget about you
fascinating to
by
me.
next Thursday.
And then they had the
Yeah.
best for like traveling was this app called Happen. Now I downloaded Happen, but I didn't really know how to use that shit. Like it was something like
Not
Bumble or
user-friendly?
something. What?
It's not
It's user
user-friendly?
friendly, but like it just didn't make sense like proximity wise. Like I was like, okay, so you need to like stand by them or something. Like I didn't really like Happen. I've used it a few times and like it's cool. Like it's similar to like Bumble in a sense, but like the woman doesn't have to reach out to you first, but like y'all have to like match like when you're in proximity. It's weird. I think you can only match in a certain proximity. I'm just not here for it. Fuck Happen. No.
Okay.
It's just not the one. But like I was saying, and then they said the best for Black people is BLK. That's a lie because that app be
That's a
trash
lie.
sometimes. That app
Yeah.
be trash. Because like it was glitch. Remember when it first came out? Didn't that used to be the glitchiest shit ever?
I can attest for the
don't know.
quality on there. It's trash.
You've never been on BLK?
No,
I
I
never-
have. I'm saying that. Oh, she hasn't. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you've never been on BLK, Sean?
No, I never had to be okay.
You're not missing
Yeah,
anything.
it's trash. It's for sure trash.
I'm not big in the dating app scene.
I feel that.
I don't have that many dating apps.
Oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, is that what we're saying on here?
That is what she's saying, but it's cool. It's
Just
cool.
wink if you don't want me to say nothing, because I'll be quiet.
Okay, so let's play a little game here. So now, what do we think the most downloaded dating app is in the country?
At the
Tinder or
moment, I would
Hinge?
say Hinge.
Tinder or Hinge?
Tinder is number one.
Mhm.
Tinder. So people
Tinder.
trying to get nasty.
Yeah.
And this is
Pretty
by
much.
monthly downloads, and Tinder has around 1,200 monthly downloads.
That sounds about right.
Mhm.
I never had a Tinder either.
Do you know what the number 2 app is in the country?
Hinge.
Incorrect. It's Bumble. It's
Ah.
Bumble. Like the
Ladies
most
love
trash
Bumble.
app is so high.
That's because white
crazy.
people love Bumble.
That's real.
Mhm.
They real. I think they like it because the thing's cute to them. They like the B movie or something. So they're like, oh, this is cute.
Yeah.
But number 3, yes, it's Hinge, guys. I'll just let you know.
I knew it was up there somewhere.
We were waiting for Hinge. Just go in.
Hinge is
Right.
low key though, because on Hinge, like I feel like it gives like the illusion that shit is more serious, so people don't want to get Hinge. So like, 'cause they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to be that serious. But like Hinge is
Right.
just like all the other ones. It's still
Not that
trash.
recently.
Their slogan is it's the app that's meant to be deleted or something like that.
It's not.
That's
They want
clever
you,
to me.
and
I
people
think that
download the
was
shit
clever.
3 and 4 times.
Right. I'll delete it and then I'll be like, okay, I'm bored, and I'll download it. Like, yeah, I have a love hate
The
relationship.
next is Badu. I don't. I
Badu?
couldn't feel
Like
I feel-
Erica?
No, Badoo.
Oh,
I was thinking Erica too.
So was I. And then I had to look twice at it when I saw it. And then number 5 is Match.
Oh, Match.com.
So now I've listed all of these ladies. Your experiences with them. Now, which ones have y'all tried of the ones that I have listed?
I've been on Hinge, BLK, Tinder. I don't think I even met anybody off of Tinder. Tinder was like the wackest to me. I feel like Tinder, no lie, like more for like not people of color.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Tinder was only about sex. I thought everybody knew that.
It's not only about sex.
No, I'm saying for not people of color. Like I feel like it was just mostly like white folks, and like, you know, Indians and like.
You can't put no white folk on yours on the Tinder.
You could, but it was still like the selection just wasn't that vast, you know. I think it was just those three. I think, yeah, that's all I can remember. So that was enough. That's too much, actually. But let's see, Tinder, like I said, don't even remember like really connecting or meeting with anybody on that one. BLK.
Can we talk about BLK for real? We almost need a whole fucking segment on the ridiculousness that is BLK.
That's the story that I put in the BPP group one day, where I went on this date with this guy and he ended up being shorter than what I thought. So like,
he hype-fished you.
Is this the one that didn't come up to your armpit or whatever?
Yes, he came into my armpit,
my
like
God.
right here. Yes. And like I had on like a 3-inch like kind of boot kind of thing. So like maybe like this much of a heel, but not that much. I was like, I'm 5'7" without heels, maybe like 5'9", 5'10" at the most, if that. And he came up to here when he hugged me. And then, like I said, the whole conversation, he was like really just talking. He wasn't really asking me anything. So it wasn't very conversational. And then like when the check came, he was waiting for the check to come. So I guess we were in a booth. I guess he took that as his opportunity to like slide over to my side of the booth. And he was like all in my personal space, like right up on me. And I was not giving him those types of like vibes that I wanted him in my space. And so then like he paid the bill. So then we're walking outside and I have valet. So I'm sitting there waiting for my car to come up. And he was just like, what did he say? Something to the effect of like, you thick, ain't you? He was like, you got some thick legs. If the world were to end, I'd be the one to eat you or something like that. And not like eat you.
That is still one of the funniest things I've ever heard. That
not eat you the sexy way, eat you as in like, I'm gonna be a carnivore and like a cannibal, I mean, and devour your body. Like,
did you smell really good that night? Is that what happened?
I mean,
he smelled her armpits, I'm sure.
He was like, "Ooh, girl, you smell."
He went directly to the armpits.
He said, "Girl, you smell delicious, girl."
I could not hop in my car fast enough. I was out. I was like,
"Screw."
My goodness, I drove off so fast.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
I had a couple other connections on there, but they ended up being duds. So I was like, yeah. And then with Hinge, I had downloaded it around that same time. Maybe made a couple connections, those didn't work out. So like I feel like the quality, like people think that like, oh, with Hinge in particular, like, oh, these people are serious, it's gonna work out, when it's like, no, they still be playing games on there too. Like even with my most recent one, like again, playing games type of thing. So child, but the thing with me with like re-download these apps and still trying is because, you know, I'm back home in Temple, so it's like I don't go out at all unless I'm like on a trip somewhere, or I'm purposely like going to like Dallas or Houston to hang out with friends. So I'm not meeting anybody. I'm not interacting with anybody. So it's kind
what's
of
your distance? What are you setting distance wise? Like, how many miles do you do out? Like, I know in Texas it's a little different. Like, cause like for me, it was like if you were more than 7 miles away, it just wasn't gonna happen.
Oh, child, 7 miles is
damn, 7 miles.
7 miles.
You're gonna have to make a trip, especially in Texas. So it's like I set mine to like the major cities. So I set mine to like places where I know like there's fun stuff to do.
But you mean like 200 miles?
Huh?
But you mean like 200 miles? What you mean?
Yeah, I've done it to set it to Austin, which is
an
hour
God.
away. I've said it to Dallas, which is 2 hours away, and I've said it to Houston, which is almost 3 hours away, just because I know I go to those different cities to have actual fun. There's nothing happening around here.
So you want a pen pal? No,
I'm in and out those cities. Like, it's not a problem for me to like.
If I live in DC and you live in Baltimore, that's technically long distance. I need you to live closer than that.
No, see, that's what's wrong with our generation trying to date. People are people are so microwavable. They want it now, they want it now, they want it now, versus thinking about
who said now? I just want to see you more often than Saturday. Like, what are we talking about?
But the thing is, if you actually are looking for something of quality, it's not necessarily going to be in your close proximity. You may have to make some accommodations if you want someone of quality. And that's what I'm looking for. So if I got to make a drive or if he got to make a drive, and I'm at the point where it's like, I'm ready to make a move. I just haven't fully decided. Like, do I want to like continue with the home buying process in Houston, or do I want to like put that on pause and travel more and see where I really want to be? So with me, it ain't nothing because I can hop and go and see where I really want to be. So it's like if I meet someone and he's like, you know, settled here and we hit it off and things are going great, I'm not opposed to making a move just because I know this ain't my end all be all. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I have like a flexibility to where like I can date people in different cities or different states or different countries because I can make a move if I want to. I work remotely, so it ain't nothing but thing. Yeah, and I'm looking for quality, not just someone who's down the street or someone like quick to hang out. Like, no, I want someone who actually has the values that I'm looking for, who has the same type of goals that I'm looking for. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just me.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Like, that is beautiful what you just said. Like, and you know what? That is like it's really endearing to hear you say what you just said. But hell no, I ain't driving no 3 hours every weekend. Like, because
2 hours
because you so special. Oh my God. Like,
you moved to New York to be with your girl though.
Yeah, but like that was different. Like what are we talking about here? Gas about to be high as hell because of Russian right now. Shit,
I got a Honda Civic. Like my gas tank don't take nothing to fill up, so I don't have to be.
Yeah, but once gas get $10 a gallon, you're gonna think twice about that.
I mean, I've eliminated so many bills being at home, so it's like I can spare a few dollars because I don't.
That's fine. That's fine for now. But all I'm saying is, look, if you more than 7 miles away, look, girl, are you trying to like
7 miles is literally down the street? What are you saying to me? Like 7
look,
miles.
When
7 miles in Texas, you're still on the same street.
No, in Texas, you're correct. In Texas, it's a little different. But like in DC,
you done drove through the city.
But like in DC,
in Texas, you're on the same street. Like
I'm at my neighbor's house.
Street for 8 miles.
I'm literally at my neighbor's house 7 miles away. Like,
I mean, and that's fine. And that's fine. And I get that. But I'm just saying that like in DC, if you were more than 7 miles away, absolutely not. Like in New York, honestly, if I were using Tinder now, 3 miles. 3 miles.
That's great. Then
3 miles means you're just trying to fuck.
You're just trying to
No.
That's what that means.
It means that I'd like to see you more often than the weekend.
3 miles.
You
have
just
trying to go get.
We can do that too. Why would we not? The fuck?
That's all you want for 3 miles.
That's not all I want. Because first off, okay, let's think about this. Why would we not search what was close first before searching what's far away? Why would we not uncover all these stones before we're over here looking for stones in Saudi Arabia?
I personally, like I said, I initially said it to Austin just because that's within an hour and I can actually go do stuff, but I changed it to Dallas and Houston just because I know I don't want to stay in this area. If I go anywhere within Texas, it will be number 1, Houston, Dallas, number 2. So that's just me personally. I don't want to stay within this proximity because I don't want to be stuck here, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
Well, actually, this brings up a good point, though. I mean, as we're talking about the dating apps, because yes, there's a bunch of them. They all do different types of things. Like, one of the funniest ones to me is J-Date. Like, if you just want to find somebody Jewish, like they got a whole app for that. It's like, what's up? It's J-Date, baby. They have their own.
Wait, what is J-Date?
J-Date. That's the Jewish dating app. So if you're looking for somebody of Jewish faith, that's where you go. You know,
I'm asking my friend if she's on there because she's Jewish and I know she does. Like
she might be. It's very popular.
Everybody got a damn app. Okay.
Yes, I'm saying everybody does.
I always wanted to make like a farmers only account or something, just like what the farmers look like and shit. Like,
what the fuck?
I just wanted to see.
What you mean? Like you seriously mean like somebody that like lives on a ranch and like farms? Like livestock?
Yeah, I don't want to date them because I don't even fuck with farms, but I just wanted to see what the people on the app look like. Like, were they giving country bumpkin? Were they giving, like, what were they giving? So I just wanted to
I work on a fucking farm. Like, what are you saying? Like, they're not giving anything.
They have like they plaid on and they boots.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I get up every day at 4 a.m.
Or I don't know. I mean, I was just interested.
I want that for you. I want you to have that interest. I really do. But
the dating apps that I have used though, I had a Bumble for like a week.
What did you do in that week? Were you like, this is trash, or did you actually use it?
That was the first time I ever had a dating app, and I was just like, this shit is so weird. Like, I ain't really like the whole process.
You just didn't want to say nothing first. That's all this is.
First of all, I'm not afraid. I got lines. Like, What do
Oh,
you
you got
mean?
lines? Would you share them with the
do.
listeners, please?
I absolutely do. I could be a coach out here.
Okay, what you got?
It just got to come naturally. It
Actually,
can't
you
just
know
be
what?
on
Save
purpose.
it for a few minutes from now. Save it for a few minutes from now.
I got you. I got you. But the other one, I have been on Hinge. I was on Hinge since like January, I believe. I had a stint where my Hinge was like really popping. Like, wait, Leslie knows. I was having multiple dates in a week. Like,
Come on.
and I had another week where everybody that liked my profile was ugly. So I was like, maybe I'll delete this now. Definitely had some successes for sure.
I feel that.
So I like Hinge. I like the prompts. I think that like it's good conversation starters. Like I'm like, oh, okay, I like this.
Yeah.
Oh, well then
yeah,
I mean,
do too.
then
Out of all of them that I've been on, I do like Hinge the most.
Okay, so I Hinge is probably the most interesting out of all of them, just because of like the little prompts, like, and it gives you a little more to a jumping off point to talk to. But I feel like in terms of like accessibility and who's on there, I still feel like Tinder is king. Like honestly, I feel like Tinder is still the best one.
Well, we know what you're using it for, Mr. 3 Months.
Okay.
Nah, but seriously though, because the thing is that with Tinder, there's so many people on there of all there's just so many people. You have more options because the same people you find on Hinge have a Tinder. They always do. Like generally, if you have a Hinge, you have a Tinder. So like, I might as well if I find you here, I found you here. So the fuck what? Like just because I didn't see your little prompt and I didn't get to see about the first time you jumped in the sprinklers as a kid, like doesn't mean that we won't go out, have a great time, and see each other again and again and again. That's all I'm saying. But I would still vote for Tinder as my number one dating app out here in these streets. I mean, Plenty of Fish I want to give a little bit of shine to that because like I had some interesting times on there because it was hilarious. Like that app is straight comedy. But other than that,
I was gonna say I never tried it because I heard it's like Spirit. You only hear bad things, so you know not to even try it. So that's how I feel about Plenty.
I mean, like it has its purposes. It has its purposes for those who want to use it for that. But you know, and then I guess we got to show some love to like the OG app Grindr. It's not an app that we would use, but it really predates them all. So
it literally just hit me what the hell Grindr was.
Yeah,
and I was like,
a second. I was like,
well, I definitely haven't been on that one, Tristan. I can tell you that.
I'm sure you haven't, but that's not the point. The point is that it predates a lot of the other apps, so we low-key need to give it just a little bit of shine. So shout out to Grindr and all the other dating apps. So y'all say Hinge is number one. I'm gonna go on Tinder. I feel if I'm saying what's number one is my favorite one. But what do the listeners think? We would like y'all to chime in and see what your favorite dating app is. And if you have a story to share, we would love it. And probably our favorite story we will share on the show. I'm definitely going to put that out there.
For sure.
Oh, that would be funny.
Exactly. Because I know there's some crazy ass stories about this. But now this is the thing with dating apps that gets me though. Do y'all prefer dating with dating apps or do you prefer actually meeting somebody in person? Because there are pros and cons to the dating apps. Because like there are some pros to the dating apps for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So like
I prefer to meet people in person personally.
Same here.
I ain't really the biggest fan. I feel like you sometimes could be reaching for conversation, and as opposed in person, like things just naturally flow. And I'm also just a talker, so I can just strike up conversation in person way easier.
I feel that. I agree with that. Les?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, you know, if it's in person, like she said, it's kind of like it just flows naturally. But like I said, with my situation where it's like I don't really get out much, then it's kind of like, all right, if I actually want to like possibly meet somebody, I'm gonna have to hop on these apps and then set a plan to actually meet them or whatever. So it really, I think, just depends on your circumstances, you know, and how you are as a person, because some people are more introverted, and so they don't want to go out and be out and about, especially during these crazy, you know, COVID times. So I think a lot of people really did rely heavily on apps during this time.
So, okay. Well, then, so I compiled a list of I think are pros for the dating apps, and you guys let me know if I'm right. Okay. So I'm gonna go through. So the first one, options on options on options. Like
that could also be a con.
That's the con.
I have it on both sides. I have it on both sides. So, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem. People get too many options and they don't want to make a decision or actually like see something through. They just want to hop from this one and this one and this one and this. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of first dates, but is there anything else? Like,
yeah.
No, I feel that.
Should be like the fucking Cheesecake Factory menu. Just so many damn options. Like, it's just too much.
It is a very large menu. It is a very large menu.
It's a very large menu.
That's real. But I mean, but the reason that's a good thing is because now maybe you as a person don't really know what you're looking for. And that is a way for you to find it, because now there are a bunch of options so you can actually maybe figure that out. Because a lot of people don't, honestly, I feel like a lot of people go through options because they really don't know what they're looking for. And so they need experiences to try and actually get to that place.
I'll give you that. That's true.
So it can definitely be a pro, but no, it can definitely for sure be a con too. It's on both sides of the list. The next is location. Now, again, that can be a con as well too, because when you're in a larger city, the dating apps are much better because I just feel like there's more of a pool to choose from, you know, especially in closer proximity. But on the other side, if you're like in, I don't know, what's some place that like nobody goes? Antarctica? I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you like, what the fuck is the dating app gonna do for me? Like, yeah. I can talk to you that you live in Europe. Sure, the app will let me do it, but like, when are we going out?
Right. That's real. So wait, why? Speaking of location could be a con because one day I'm on Hinge and this guy like matched with me or liked me or something, right? Sent a whole thing too, like a whole comment.
What do you mean? Like he sent you a paragraph, like an introductory paragraph to himself? Like what are you saying?
It wasn't an introduction, like it wasn't a long introduction, I should say. He just said something. So it wasn't just a regular like. He actually put a comment on there, said something.
Oh, beautiful.
I looked at his profile and I was like, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. About 2 days later, I go into a furniture store. This nigga worked at the furniture store.
Shut up.
Bro, he walked over to me. He was like staring at me. And like, he gave me that look like, you look familiar. And then he was like, asking me questions. I'm like, oh, no, I don't need any help. I got the fuck out of there. Like,
because you instantly recognized.
I was like, that's that nigga from Hinge. I seen his face.
Oh my God.
That happened to me before.
Could be a con, bro.
No, that happened to me before though. It actually worked out in my favor. So like we had matched or whatever, and like I was talking to this person and it was cool, it was fine, you know, and then she ghosted me. I was like, oh word, okay, you gonna ghost the kid, you all right, whatever, that's how you feel, I get it. And so I'm out of karaoke, you know, many a night in karaoke, right? And then all of a sudden I'm looking and we're talking, right? And I've caught a vibe, I'm talking to this chick or whatever, and this is cool, things are good, whatever. And I was like, girl, I know you. She was like, how you know me? And then like I quoted something that like from the profile. She was like, oh, how do you know that? I was like, girl, because we matched, dumbass. Like that's what this is. She was like, oh, that's
you just go for so many goddamn matches you don't be talking to. That's like
she just forgot. And she was like, yeah, my bad. I just whatever. And honestly, and this is what she said. She was like, you were more than 3 miles away, so I knew it wasn't gonna work.
Y'all on the doggone 3 miles.
3 miles.
She literally said that. I'll never forget. It was fucking hilarious, man. But it was cool. She's a cool lady. It's fine, you know. It's whatever.
Let me see where you got the rule from now.
No, that is not where I got it from. I was already thinking it. And that was funny because I was like, I agree. I understand that can be a problem. I was just 7 miles away. I actually live close. And then, you know, it was fine.
3 miles is from my bedroom to the mailbox. That's nothing.
Look, I don't know why you live on 5 acres, but look, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about people that live in the concrete jungle, ma'am. That's what we're talking about.
All right, what's the rest of these pros?
You got to, it's low key like a previewed blind date, you know, because low key it kind of is a blind date in some degree, but like in a blind date, you have no idea. Like you could go in there and like it could be Jason or some shit. Like it could be Michael Myers. Like you have no idea.
I was like, who's Jason?
Like, I'm just saying it could be anybody. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, at least it's a preview blind date. You know, it's like the scouting report before a game. It's nice. You're like, oh, okay. So this is what they're doing. They're playing with these. Okay, good. All right. We could do something with this. All right.
You know, we don't know that reference.
Yeah, why you keep giving us sports shit? I don't know.
Oh my God. They give you a docket on the other team so you can see what their strengths and weaknesses are before you play them. That's a scouting report, guys.
Oh, is that like
that's nice.
The inside scoop to give you an advantage?
Common interest. You can see the okay. Anyway, you can see that's kind of after, but whatever. You can see the common interest that you guys might have.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of insight before the meet. You can weed folks out depending on the app. You can set the filters out so you can kind of maybe get, or depending on the app you're using, because you have apps like the League where people like it's a waiting list that you have to get in. So it's supposed to cater to an elite clientele. And then there are even apps that like
Wildly on Insecure.
Correct. Like that was a spoof on the League, actually, on the app the League. So yeah. And then advertisement. Now that can be a con too, because people are advertising themselves, but you can actually advertise things you're talking about. Like, hey, yeah, I'm this, I'm looking for love, but I also have a candle business. Come buy some candles.
Oh,
you know, so you can't go wrong with that. And then also, of course, conveniency. You can do it from anywhere. Like with most of the apps now, you can set the location to pretty much anywhere around the world, and you can actually date before you get there.
Experience with that.
You can have a date before you land. You can have a date before you land.
Funny story. I seen a TikTok that was like, "Oh, you should set your Hinge location to London and see what happens." She scrolled and it was all these fine guys, whatever. So I told Shauna to do that. So me and her both said it's to London, and we like match with these London guys or whatever.
Why would they do that? Did they not look at the miles?
Well, no,
I put London as my location.
We put London as ours. So you have to say your location for London.
But they can't still see the miles that you're away from them, because they should still see the miles.
No, it says that
we said that we were in London. You can change what your home location is. So we changed ours.
No. I know that, but it still tells me how far away the person is from me in miles. Like the home location may be San Francisco, but if I'm in Africa, it still tells me they're 4,000 miles away from me.
No, what we're saying is my location was London. I was matching people in London that were in like a few miles of my proximity. We were both in London.
It doesn't tell you exactly how far away the person
is.
Oh, so Hinge just doesn't do that. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so all they saw was that I was also.
I just kept saying the
London.
same thing back and forth.
Yeah, but as soon as we matched and started talking, like it was like, "Oh, where are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm actually in Texas." So there's only one that was like, "Oh, that's fine," because I work remotely and I'm trying to relocate to Africa, the Caribbean. I said, "Hey, me too. What's up?" So we've actually, been friends.
I matched with 2 people in London.
A London bloke, you say?
The one person tried to ask me on a date for like the next day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I've lied. I don't."
You couldn't catch a JFK to Heathrow. That's a cheap flight.
Dog, heck no, I never noticed like that.
6 hours, girl. You be in London, be in Heathrow. All right. So now the flip side of the coin, though, is that I feel like sometimes I think there are maybe more cons for the dating apps than there are pros. There are hella pros, but like for one, safety. Because like, who are you really talking to? Because you're talking about catfishing and all the other requisite fish, fat fishing, hat fishing. What?
Yeah. Height fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Yeah.
I know people that have experienced them all.
Yep. I definitely had that one time. I never forget the first time. Actually, this is on Plenty of Fish. It's actually crazy. I was talking to this girl one time, and she looked the way she looked in her profile pictures, and that was cool. And then she sent me a current photo of herself, and she was like 40 or 50 pounds heavier. And I stopped talking to her. I was like, okay, I'm
Tristan, what the hell?
Talking to her.
This is why people be insecure about dating websites now.
First off, why would you, if you had posted a heavier photo to begin with, I might could have got with you on that. But then you was skinny and I was expecting you.
Nah, you wouldn't have.
I was expecting you to be slim, thick with your cute ass, and you was over here thick with your cute ass. And I wasn't prepared.
I'm thick. Ain't the wrong little thick.
I would be like, let me make sure all your pictures up to date.
My pictures are up to date. My pictures used to be up to date. Okay.
Not like me at all. Then for me to surprise you.
Just don't look. He said my pictures used to be.
I have to say correctly.
To catch yourself.
I don't want anybody thinking I got a dating profile out here. I don't need nobody thinking.
Okay.
I ain't see you on Hinge.
You did not. Not with this blonde hair. I know you ain't seen me on Hinge. I know you ain't seen me on there. I know you ain't.
Tristan is in a
new haircut, new profile.
Look, I worship at the church every Sunday at David Hollister's. Okay, so that is where you'll find me. That is where you'll find me. Now, also, there's always a misunderstanding whenever you're talking, online, because you don't know the person's tone. You haven't heard their voice. This is long before a voice message or a video chat. And so you're kind of just trying to hope you kind of get their feel. They understand your sense of humor. Like in the time before gifts, it was kind of difficult sometimes to kind of make people understand exactly what you're talking about. And then do I double text? How long do I text back? There are those rules before, when you're interacting with them, and you're cognizant of all this. Like, I don't want to look too thirsty, but at the same time, I want to look interested. Oh, I got to sound witty, but at the same time, I need to be funny. There's just so many things that are in your head, and anxiety that can come about because simply you're just chatting and you don't really know who's on the other end. You have their pictures, but who is on the other end? Who are you?
Right.
What is your truth? All those questions. So there's definitely that. But one of the other ones is the bots. That's one of the biggest cons. The fucking bots.
How does he be getting bots?
But
how does that work on dating app?
Men have it more often than the ladies do, just because dudes be so thirsty. Because dudes will just swipe on whatever. Like I'll never forget. I was talking to this one guy, like it's a restaurant I used to work at years ago, and he was just going through. He was swiping. I was swiping left. He was like, "Why would you swipe left?" I was like, "Cause I don't fuck with her." He was like, "Bro, you never swipe left." I was like, "Bro, what do you mean?" He said, "You always swipe right, bro. She could be like a millionaire." Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, like he just didn't care. He's like,
People
bro,
are so damn weird.
like they just
Yeah, they are.
Like he just like always swipe right, bro. It doesn't. I'm like, no, bro, no.
He don't got no type. He just gonna like anybody and just see who likes him back.
Right. And it's just, but dudes will do that. Like dudes will do that. Like I remember we used to play the game where like you give somebody your phone, right? And then you'll take their phone and like you'll swipe for them, right? Maybe you'll swipe 10 times. If you did it with a girl, I promise you 8 out of the 10 of those guys, whoever you swiped on was gonna like her. 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
8 out of 10. And then like for a dude, it was more like if it was like maybe a good looking dude, maybe 6 out of 10. I've never really seen it be 10 out of 10. Every once in a while you get a streak, but no. And then you can always generally tell who's gonna like you. You generally know. Like you can do, like I was always good at that. I'd be like, I got them, done.
I
like,
got them.
I got them. Okay, Tristan.
No, because you know who swiped right on you. You know what your vibe is. You know what you're giving off, and you know who you're looking for. You know who is checking for you.
I don't know. I think everybody like me. So
I mean, I know everybody like me, but some people are intimidated. They're not ready.
Everybody wants the kid.
They're not ready. But see, that's dudes. Dudes don't give a fuck. Dudes are gonna.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
Oh.
Okay. You know what? Maybe pull your shit out. Let's see it. Let's see it. Pull it out. Exactly. Now, okay, we didn't got quiet. Right now, one of the biggest cons.
I be pulling hoes on Hinge.
Lord, one of the big.
I can attest.
But with the bots, though, let me speak to the bots. The bots are just like, they're just automated profiles, just like people that buy 1 billion concert tickets and all that other stuff, you know, and try to up them. It's just profiles that are trying to extract money from you or take you to some sex site, or, you know, they want to show you a titty or something like that. And for the dudes, it just like, dudes will always buy in because they see a pretty girl and they're not really thinking about what's behind the picture. How many pictures did she post, bruh? Like, what were the pictures? Did it look like somebody else's photo? How was it cropped? Like, I'll never forget. One bot had the audacity. This motherfucker had the audacity. They're like, I'm gonna video chat you. And then they video chatted me and it was clearly a video of something else. But they were like, no, I'm in the video. What do you mean? Don't you see me? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I was like, I'm done.
Not that you even got to answer the chat.
Well, because I was like, let's just see, because I knew you were bullshit, but I was like, let's see how far you're going to take this. They really had the audacity to put a video of somebody else as they were like, this is me. I'm like, no, it's not you. What? You're some dude in the basement somewhere in Georgia, bro. Chill out. Stop it.
That's so weird. See,
but that's what I'm saying. The bots are crazy. But if you're not attuned to that or know what to look for, they'll get you every time. That's why I'm afraid when older people are on Tinder, like when people in their 40s and 50s, like I'm just like, oh my God. You know, like I used to have fun on Tinder. I would turn the age up to 65 and just see what would happen.
Sir,
and get all the play. Get all the play.
That's some shit I probably would have did, Tristan. I just want to see what they look like. I'm not gonna match with nobody. I just want to see.
And those ladies were quick to respond. Like. Hey, Tristan.
I bet
they were cool.
Coolers right there.
Dying.
They were quick. Oh, I used to die laughing. We used to fall out laughing, man. I'm sorry, ladies. I was messing around. I'm sorry, y'all. I really am. And then the last con really is the algorithm. So you guys are aware of like how the algorithm like kind of sorts out the profiles, right?
No, explain that to the listeners.
So basically the algorithm is simply like this. If you get liked and match up with people that get matched up a lot, you're going to see the cream of the crop. You're going to see all of those high value profiles, if you will. I don't know why I said value.
Oh, the high value.
I know. Y'all felt I could hear the Kevin Samuels out your mouth. I could hear it. That's not what I meant, y'all. Anyway, but if you don't get liked a lot or active on there, they'll put you in the lower rung. So if you always on Tinder, all you're seeing is trash, is because you're in that bottom bracket. You got to delete your account and start over. That's the only way you're going to get out of it.
You in the bottom bracket.
No, because you really are. They'll put you in that bottom bracket if you get, and a lot of the sites work that way. Like any of the sites that are swipe right and left based, that's pretty much how they work with the algorithm, because they're going to put you at the bottom because the people that are swiping on you don't get a lot of swipes, so that's who you're going to see. And so even if you feel like you look better now, you lost weight, you more popping, you live in Cabo San Lucas,
look better. You could just be whatever weight you are.
That's not the point. What I'm getting at is, let's say you made some transformation, you really think you popping.
The body positivity.
Yes, of course. That's beautiful. Podcast. All bodies are beautiful. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is this: even if you think that you're popping now, you may not never get seen. You just probably have to delete your account and start over. That's really the only way to get a fresh start.
I never knew that. That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's definitely a negative. So yeah, for those who keep seeing trash on there, start over, guys. Just start over. You're like, but I've collected all these people that like me. Okay, stop being weird. Just delete your account and start over. That's all there is to it, guys.
Interesting. Good to know.
Yep.
Facts. I like that. Come on, research.
Hey man, it's real. It's really the real deal Holyfield out here. It's the whole thing. So now we've talked about the pros and the cons. We've talked about all of that, but the key is, how do people do better on here? Like, how do you put your best foot forward on these dating apps? Like, what do you need to do to make sure you're attracting all the people that you want to attract as best you can, and you're giving it your best shake? Well, there are some things you can do. Do you guys know?
Can I throw what I think out there?
Yeah, exactly. Please do.
So I think when it comes to your pictures, you want to have a variety of pictures, right? You want to have some of just, your beautiful face.
But wait a minute. Let's start with the number, though. What do you think the most popular amount of pictures is?
Well, Hinge, you can put up to 6. So I put all 6.
Yeah.
It's between 4 and 6. Between 4 and 6 pictures is the most popular amount of pictures that people put up. They suggest 6, though, for sure. For sure, 6, though. But actually, in addition to pictures, they suggest doing a moving video.
Yes, I was going to say that. So you want to do one of your face, you want to do like a full body, you want to do a moving video, you want to do somewhere where you're like, traveling, like something abroad so they can see that you do like the travel type of thing. And then one where it shows you that you like to have fun. So that could be like the moving one. You may be doing something fun in it or something like that. Try to avoid ones with like you and a bunch of people, like friends, stuff like that. Because then people
hate that.
I hate that
every
too.
time.
Like, which one?
Especially if it's the first picture.
Exactly. Why? No, you know what bugs me? If it's the first picture, if it's like a meme or a picture of something else that's not even you or a person, it's like, why do you have this on here? Like, I can't stand that. It's so stupid.
And when I see people in pictures and they got like a lot of white friends, I kind of say no too. I ain't gonna lie.
I do.
I'll be like,
what the fuck?
My Hinge don't match me with white people.
I look at your friends.
You be having like 6 white people in a picture and it's like you and one other black person. I'll be like,
it's not gonna work. We're not gonna have nothing in common. If I see that you smoke on there, like the little cigarettes, and sometimes I notice that sometimes it actually, like after having a conversation, I realize guys put sometimes, because it's cigars that they're talking about, not cigarettes. But I'm like, that's misleading, because people are going to automatically think cigarettes, and that's a deal breaker for a lot of people.
I automatically think weed.
That's what I think it is.
No, on Hinge, there's a cigarette and then there's weed. So people say which one they.
I would put sometimes, just because I would smoke cigars. Yeah, I put some.
But that's the thing, like people don't know, because it looks like a skinny cigarette. It doesn't look like a cigar. So people, if they see sometimes or yes, they automatically think cigarettes. It wasn't until I actually just matched with someone just to ask the question. I was like, I have a question for you. I was like, do you smoke cigarettes? He was like, no. He was like, I smoke cigars. I said, now it makes sense why I'm starting to see this so often or whatever.
I don't know that many people our age that smoke cigarettes. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
They left that in the past generation or something. Like,
nah, they still smoke them shits.
I don't know them people.
I don't know them people either. I just know the older folks that do. But
all right, Leslie, my bad. Smoking. What else?
If they honestly, I'm at the point where I was in between for a minute, but I realized, like, with me myself, I don't see myself committing to someone if they have kids. I would rather someone who don't have kids. So it's like, if I see have kids, I'm like, I'm not gonna waste your time. Like, nope, no, thank you.
So are you telling dudes what they need to do? Because it sounds like you're giving dudes the playbook.
I mean, so for me, I told you what I like, what kind of pictures I have on there. They have written prompts and voice prompts. So on the written prompts, I just have like a little mixture of like, quick one-liners. Like, I'm the type of texter who responds when I see it. I don't play the waiting game. Like, I'm not purposely, making people wait.
That's a lie.
That's what the phone call. But let me see what else. I did the voice prompt. So I have a different voice prompt on there now. Now talk about traveling on this one. But my initial voice prompt, it was like, say
everybody be quiet. This is Leslie Theater. Here we go.
It will say your favorite line from a movie. And literally the first thing that popped into my mind was, Joe Jackson, you a liar and you a cheat, and I don't want you. 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 And I start laughing every time I do that, because I literally like have watched that movie a million times, and that's Shout out to Angela Bassett. Shout out to the Jackson 5, the whole Jackson family. That was a great movie. So yeah. You just gotta show your personality, and that actually snagged, a couple of days. Like, oh, you funny, like you sound just like her, and that's how the conversation started. So yeah,
that would have cracked me up too, though.
I was laughing in the prompt right after I did it. Like I cracked myself up.
I love when people respond with like showing their sense of humor and stuff. Like most of my prompts are kind of funny answers. What I don't like though is when people talk about like whoever they're trying to talk to. Like if a guy is like, I don't want a woman who da. Yeah, you're supposed to be talking about yourself. Like, why are you being such a negative Nancy?
I hate those. Like
you sound like you got hurt.
Yeah.
You sound like somebody hurt you. Like, if you're not trying to get serious, don't try to use me for a date.
Bruh.
On your profile say you 33 years old. Somebody using you for a $20 dinner. What are you talking about? Like, what do people be talking about?
Right.
I mean, it happens. I mean, the dudes get that too, but you have that more often, like on the dude side. Like if you're looking for the ladies,
you know what?
Like you get all the time, you get management notices, and like it's always thanks management. They're like, I'm only looking to date seriously. I am a vegan. If you have kids, don't talk to me. If you are a policeman, don't talk to me. If you blew your nose on the third Wednesday of Ash Wednesday, don't ever talk to. Like they just have all kind of crazy shit on there.
Too much.
Like if you are a Pisces, don't talk to me. I mean, I get that one, but like if it's
wait, let me say, because I didn't finish my thought from before. Now, the people that are always like, women be trying to use me for a date, I think a lot of them be needing like to do some self-reflection because maybe she didn't like you during the fucking date. She didn't not like you the entire time, but you were weird as fuck during the date. That's why she didn't like you.
Right.
You're not obligated to going out with you again because you paid for one dinner if I don't like you during that dinner.
Bing, bing, bing. That's how it goes.
That's all I had to say because I'm tired of seeing that shit. These people that's just acting like they so hurt. Like, shut up, please.
I mean, once people have an experience one way, I mean, they feel like this is the way to X that out. But I mean, you telling me that does not necessarily mean that that's not what's going to occur. It's just what could naturally occur. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I will say like the management notices aren't good. I will say like the funniest ones I have seen are when like somebody like does a rap. Like at one time, like this girl like wrote a rap, which was cool. And that was dope. I was like, oh, that's what's up. Or like, I hate one lines though. I hate being this like here for a good time, not a long time. All right, you want to hook up, but like, I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more.
I'm the kind of texter who texts right back.
Wait, I said something to that effect, ma'am.
Well, that was boring, Leslie. I'm sorry.
Or like, here's another one.
On what I said.
Or here's another one. Hey there.
Look,
hey there, good looking.
For me to have some
and then plane from like city to city. Bitch, you go to 2 cities and hello. Thank you. Like you've told me nothing. And then be upset.
One of them is Miami.
No, that's what I'm saying. And then be upset when you say, hey, what's going on with you? How's your day? Because I don't know what to talk to you about because clearly you ain't put that in your fucking profile for me to talk to you about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that is that's aggravating. Or like if I leave with a gift and you're like, why you send me a gift? Because bitch, I don't know what to send you because you ain't put nothing in your profile.
You sound so angry.
Because speaking of hurt people, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
It'd be infuriating. Like, oh,
you know what's so weird to me is the ones that have put like they're in a
open relationship.
Was it polygamy? Polygamous relationship.
Relationship.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So I actually sent screenshots to Sean because it's so weird to me. So it's like I'm scrolling and I see the guy. And then I see like 3 pictures of him and a girl together. I'm just like, what is this? And then it's a picture of her by herself. And then I start reading the information and it talks about, polygamy is the way and da. I'm just like, oh no, this ain't.
Were you down? You weren't down? You didn't say that? You didn't
do it look like I would say yes? What? You got nothing for me. No. I've come across that a couple times.
What's wrong with that? Don't be all judgy.
Like, don't close your mind. Shit.
So I'm not judging, but I just know that's not for me.
It sounded pretty judgy to me.
It sounded judgy, Leslie. You could have just said no. That don't float my boat.
Judgy. I'm not into that.
I can't believe y'all wayward motherfuckers out here dating
people.
3 and 6 people at a time.
Listen. My dating life might be even more exciting. I may have more options if I were into it, but I'm just not. That's not me judging. It just ain't for me. Number 1, I'm not sharing. Number 2, I've just never been attracted to women. And number 3, it's like you already in a whole relationship. Y'all got history and years. So it's like, I'm just going to be disposable. So like, nah, it's not working for me.
That's real. That's super real. I will say though, with ladies though, like I feel like if y'all ever need like help with your pictures, talk to me, because like some of y'all, I don't know what the fuck y'all be thinking when y'all put some of these pictures up here. Like I can't speak for the men because I don't get on the men's profiles.
Yeah, my
I just
pictures
know
are cute.
it's a bunch of niggas with like shirts off and dogs. Sure, good for you, bro. But like I just feel like y'all will post a picture and like you in some baggy ass sweats, like laying on the couch. Like what? Like is the light supposed to like why would you post that? Like and then like you'll post this picture like your LinkedIn photo. Don't put your LinkedIn photo on there because you like
that is weird as hell. Your LinkedIn photo, you took it too far.
I ain't gonna hold you. I do have my LinkedIn photo on there, but on LinkedIn, no, listen.
TLC, girl. It's a TLC.
Listen. So this is all 6 pictures, right? This is my LinkedIn photo, but I removed the background. So it's just
I'm like, how the hell is that your LinkedIn photo? Wait, click on it. Let me see it.
And I actually made that my logo photo for my business. And it's just a white background. And I put my logo there. So it's like,
yeah, but you edited the photo. You see what I'm saying? You edited the photo.
I took the background out, which takes one click of a button. I ain't changed me.
Yeah, but that's an edit. That's a whole edit. That's different.
Dog.
Yeah, I ain't got no LinkedIn background on my Hinge, Leslie. You was tripping.
You said what?
I ain't got no LinkedIn pictures on my.
No,
Hinge.
I'm gonna tell you all the photos you need right now. This is all the photos you need. The first photo you need needs to be you in like a dress or something. Exactly. The first photo you need to be you in a dress. Like it's that pretty photo. That photo that we don't see all the time, but it's that pretty ass photo. The second photo needs to be you. It can be you in a swimsuit or whatever, but like it needs to be. It doesn't have to be a body.
Wait, let me pause. So this is literally my LinkedIn photo. It's just a white background.
Yeah, no.
That looks so different. I'm dying.
Yeah. No.
Y'all funny.
No, you need a picture of you with your friends laughing at brunch when the light hits you just right in your sunglasses. You definitely need that photo. A photo with you and friends is good as long as all the other photos are just you. Like you can have one photo with friends. That's fine because I'd like to know
that you look like you got friends.
Right, but it can never be your first photo because when I'm playing the guessing game and then I got to figure out which girl you are, that's crazy. Like I should not have to think that hard. I should just know this is you. We definitely need a close-up photo of your face for sure. Definitely need that. And then also you need a photo of you doing something fun. Like it don't necessarily have to be traveling, but you need like go bungee jumping, you were rollerblading, whatever it is. Like it needs to be some activity. And then and then you need a moving video. You need a GIF. Like it doesn't have to be a video, but it needs to be some type of GIF where you're doing a boomerang, whatever else it is. But you need one of those. If you have those, like your profile is probably 1,000 times better already. I promise you. And then let the auto shit be on too, because it'll tell you which photo is getting the most play. Like you don't need to choose. Like just do the auto thing. It'll do it for you.
Sounds good. I agree with that.
I mean, do we agree?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I like those tips, Tristan.
So
we gotta spice up Leslie profile.
We really do. And actually,
I'm actually gonna pause it for a second. I feel like I have like too many conversations. So I'm actually not looking to spruce anything up or I'm gonna put a pause on it because it's like too much going on.
Well, for those that we're gonna help them out here and we're gonna help them write the right bio. Okay. So what do you guys put in your bio? And then we'll close it out. So because I feel like the bio for me is very important. The pictures are important too, but I read every bio. I like when I was doing the thing, I used to read every bio because like, how do I know who this person is? And then if they didn't have a bio, I just assumed you were a bot and I just swiped to the left.
See, making a bio I'm glad Hinge doesn't really have one. They just have prompts that you respond to because thinking of something to say like, what is this, my elevator speech for dating? I don't fucking know. I'm a regular ass person. I'm cute and I like to do fun shit. That's all I would have wrote. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous to me, but I like answering the prompts. Let me see some of the prompts I answered on Hinge.
Because I be trying to slay the bio. I be trying to slay it.
So I'm trying to go with like conversation starters or things that are funny. So one of my things is my most irrational fear is the ceiling fan detaching and slicing me into pieces. And that's a real fear of mine.
I feel you.
What janky ass ceiling fan are you under? Like,
that's the Final Destination moment.
Yeah, when the ceiling fan, like that's why I don't never like to turn that shit on for real. Unless I'm really hot. And it's always on low. Another one is a shower thought I recently had was, damn, you really do sound just like Adele. That's crazy.
Wait, what?
Are you talking to
So
yourself?
many people be like, shower thought that you have to yourself. So many people was like, oh shit, can you really sing? No, I can't hit a high note at all. That's why I said it was a shower thought. Like,
What? Wait, who said you look like Adele? I'm confused. Sound like
You
Adele?
sound like Adele, apparently.
sound like Adele.
Oh, in the
like, while I'm
shower.
singing in the
I
shower.
was so
Who the fuck would say I look like white ass Adele? What are you talking about?
Maybe they caught her with the wrong light on her face.
Like, I was
something.
sure.
Or no light at all? Like, what's
Oh my god.
You had your foundation was rough. You had to use the wrong color. Something happened.
I mean, we all had those early makeup days. We were still figuring it out. You know, I look back
I
at
don't
some
think
old
I
pictures.
don't think I ever went that far.
Can I ask what
talking-
Adele song you were singing that led you to believe that you
Right.
was
I was
killing
so
it?
confused.
Like,
What's happening?
All of them. When I
All
was a child, I really do sound like that. All of them. Like every time I sing her song. Every
Melt
time
My
I
Heart
sing
to
her
Stone. Can you give us a little Melt My Heart to Stone?
Can I have like a quick like interjection?
Under my feet is air.
Oh,
Sounded
girl.
just like her. Did y'all not hear that?
Yeah, girl.
Girl.
Heard every note.
Yeah.
Every note. Perfect pitch, girl.
Speaking of Adele, a little side note. So Aretha Franklin's granddaughter was on Sunday night's American Idol. She tried out or whatever, and they ended up not going with her. But as she's walking out, they was playing Adele "Easy on Me." I was like, I was just a child, didn't get the chance to. I said, y'all wrong for this musical edit. American Idol, stop it.
Those are
still
champions.
happening?
Those are
I did not
champions in the
know
editing
that.
room.
They just started the new
Champions.
season.
Champions
Mhm.
in the editing
Nah, that's
room.
kind of funny. That shit would have you.
That's pretty good. Now, when she sees it, that's not gonna be great. But
I know.
All right, Leslie, what's your prompts?
I mean, y'all gonna probably think they basic based on what I said earlier, but
I
I
got
had
that.
I had the voice prompts where it says this year I really want to, and then I talked about all the traveling I want to do. I said I'm the type of texter who will respond once I see it. I don't play the waiting game. I know it's time to delete Hinge when I meet someone I genuinely connect with and our goals / intentions align. And all I ask is that you always be completely honest and respectful with me.
that's cute, Les. That's cute. That's real cute. That's cute. Sip a cap.
I would have skipped you, Leslie.
Not with my pictures. I'm cute. Don't do that.
I mean,
The
you
pictures
popping,
I
you
would've
popping,
been for.
twin. You popping. I'm just saying that, like, me
Listen,
as a
if-
young man, I might have gone past that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, that's all right because it caught the right one who I'm seeing on Saturday. So it's all right. It's all right.
Talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so with me, I be trying to kill the bio. Now it depends on if it's a black or a white site. Because if it's a black site, it'll start with "Hey Queen, I see you there looking like a whole snack."
Not
Not
hey
the black side,
queen.
hey queen.
I would have swiped. I've been X.
No,
like,
because
we're done,
you know,
we're done.
because you clearly know I'm joking. So that's why that's the first. That's what's
That's
funny.
like Grand Rising Queen
I don't
would've been like,
I
what's
don't
up,
get into
ho?
all that. I don't get into all
in the
that.
conversation here.
I don't get into all that. That's too much. But because I said you looking like a whole snack, clearly that's funny. Like, who says that? That's great. And then, you know, I'll say something, or if it's like a regular stop, be like, well, hey there, thanks for stopping by. You know, like that's the first thing. Like, well, hey there, thanks for stopping by. And be like, you know, me, I'm just looking for genuine chemistry. A lover of / obsessed with music, movies, art, and all things Chicago sports. A blurred
So
in
you
the
don't
street.
have this profile no more.
No, I don't. I just wrote the shit up again. I'm helping y'all out. This is for free. This is for free. A blurred in the streets, a freak in the sheets. Parentheses. Yeah, I'm with that kinky shit. Let's go out.
Too.
Let's go
Definitely.
out. Let's go out. Stay up late. Regret the decision in the morning. Haha. You know, because you're tired. And then cut a rug. Have a drink, or maybe even 3. Talk to you soon. And then I do like Chicago to New York or whatever you do, or whatever I was living at the time. And then like I may do Gemini and a little symbol, something like that. Just because I want to stand out a little bit, you know, because I just don't want like, and
You
I
sound
may,
like you're just trying to have sex. You done talked about being a freak in the first sentence. You don't know
Kinky and
somebody.
stuff. Yeah, I would have been like,
The
no, thank
second
you.
sentence.
fir-
Now you
first
got
off,
to act too.
First off,
You
I'm gonna
started
tell
off
you-
Hotepi and then you got Hoey.
no, because you gotta remember.
Ho.
Hotepi,
Name of this episode from
Hotepi,
Hotep to
and then got
Ho.
Hoey. That's fucking
Dating from
wild.
Hotep to Ho. I
No,
love
because
that.
this is the
That's
thing
it.
though. The reason that this works is because I've said I like music, I like art, I like karaoke, I like baking. Like you give your interest or whatever. You say the funny shit over here. Of course, you say blurred in the streets, freaking the sheets. That's funny. That's good because you want them to have a laugh. Like I want it to be open because I want you to talk about that and be like, that shit was ridiculous. Yes, it was ridiculous, but how are you doing? And that's the catch, and that's a good thing.
That sounds good, but we would not have gotten to the conversation part because I would have just given you like
See, I wouldn't.
I agree
Clearly,
with
I
Sean,
wasn't
like,
checking
if
for
it-
y'all. Clearly, I
it's-
wasn't checking for
that-
y'all.
No, but if it sounds like a guy is like immediately talking about sex, it's like, okay, next, we see what you're on, like, which is fine. I appreciate you being open and honest. So I know not to waste a conversation on you. But
Yeah, so guys, the most thing about it is just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Like whatever you're doing in your bio, you ain't gotta have something real crazy, but have fun with it. Make it look appealing. Don't just put some bullshit like I'm just here because my friend made this. Could you say something else? Like there was this one profile that I heard a guy say this. I read it and it was wild, but I know he got some play because I know he got some play because it was just so abstract. He said, I'm not really into Netflix and chill. I'm kind of old school. I like VHS and anal. I was like, oh, this nigga's wild.
oh hell, no.
It's crazy. It became a meme. And and afterward, he was like, I got all the play from that because it became a meme. It was funny. Because he was just playing around. And that was what got it. That was what got him the likes.
Yeah, that would have been a no. I would have laughed. Like I've seen people with funny ass shit, but I'm just like, you're disgusting. But I would laugh.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. Clearly that I don't think that's what's on his heart. Because I don't know how you
That
just
is
have.
what's on his heart.
Clearly.
He meant that.
He did it. Did he really?
We don't give people benefits of the doubt with this online stuff. What you say is what it is. Like, ain't no.
I'm always looking for somebody with a sense of humor. Like when you're looking on there, so like you kind of want to, because the thing is that's all you're gonna have when you're talking online. You gotta hope they have the same sense of humor you do, so you can try to figure it out if y'all are going out. So
yeah, it's a sense of humor, but it doesn't have to be like always like extreme or sexual. It could just be like something that's legit funny.
That just wasn't extreme to me. Like if the first thing they say to you is like, "Hey girl, let me suck your titties," then I can understand why you might be like, "All right, nah, I'm good." But like if they're still like talking to you respectfully, I don't know. And I will say one last thing. I think you should voice message earlier than later. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Well, that's why I like the voice prompts that Hinge has now, because you're able to hear the people's voices if they have them on there. But yes, I agree. The earlier you can have either like a phone conversation, if you want to do FaceTime or something like that, or do it through the app, I think the better, because you can kind of see what the like conversational vibe is, and then you can see if you want to actually see this person, meet this person in person. Yeah.
We got
now,
it.
one question before we get out of here. How do we feel about someone saying that like I want to seriously date on their profile? Like, do you want them to tell you that? Like, do you want them to
They want what?
Like they're like, I'm here to seriously date. Like low key, I don't really want to see that. I kind of just want to see if we actually are a match before we ever talk about like now. Because like I've gone out with you. Now I know that we're here to seriously date. What if I didn't like you? I don't want to seriously date you if I don't like you anyway.
Well,
you didn't really agree to seriously dating somebody just because you said that that's what you're looking for. Yeah. It means we're going to see if we want to seriously date each other.
Yeah, so but what I'm saying is
that they just letting you know they're just not trying to fuck.
They're not exactly. I appreciate that.
No, and I get that.
I probably won't say it, but like
I'm not mad about that. My thing is this. I just feel like when they say you're trying to seriously date, I feel like a lot of times they assume you're just talking to them and that you are just giving them your time. That's what I'm saying. That's what it.
Why would you assume that early on?
That's the impression that they give. That's what I'm saying.
Some people do. We'll be honest. Some people do like take to the extreme, like, oh, we match now. We're just talking to each other.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't. It needs to be different. Y'all need to meet up sooner, and y'all need to figure out what's going on so you can be like next person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason it exists.
Yeah, I mean that's real. Yeah,
like I don't need to know about like you want to seriously date. That's great. That's what we all want. Tell me what you like. Do you like crystals?
But that's not what everybody wants. Some people, like you back in the day, only wanted 3 milers. So we know what that meant.
3 milers.
I mean, hey man, you got to use the app for all its intended purposes, man. It's a beautiful thing.
3 milers.
I hope this helped, guys. For those out there struggling with the dating sites and whatnot, I hope we gave you a little bit of insight and and shared a few stories here and there. And if you guys have some crazy stories, please share them with us because we'd love to hear them. And we will not put your business out there. We will change your name and hair colored,
Can't
all that
trust you,
stuff.
Tristan.
I'm not about to give your whole name out here. That would be crazy, unethical. We wouldn't do such a thing. But we do want the stories. We always love to hear them. We really do. So either way, y'all, we're gonna pop out for a bit, and then we'll catch y'all in a bit. It's time to go outside. It's time to stretch those legs. It's time to drink that obligatory glass of water because you need to stay hydrated. It is time for research. All right, now, Sean.
Someone wasn't on mute this time. I was excited about that.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't even want to put in all the effort and move my neck and all that this time. Like, fuck it, whatever. But let's talk about some music. First on the bullet is Ready Is Always Too Late by, how do you say? I keep asking you how do you say this?
Sinead Harnett.
I don't know why I can't get it. I just want to say Sinead so bad.
I love this little blue-eyed soul shawty.
Because I know somebody named Sinead, so I don't know. That always comes to me. But other than that, we have Black Radio 3 that Tristan has been anxiously talking about and upset that me and Leslie have never heard of this.
Okay, first off, actually, okay, first off, fuck the other questions earlier. This is important. I want the listeners to tell me, do y'all know who Robert Glasper is? That's the first thing, because I know y'all know who he is. And number two, have you heard of Black Radio 1 and 2? And well, guess what? They got a third one now. It's Black Radio 3, and the shit is right. This stuff is great. It's just as good. Honestly, I think it might be better than the second one. Everything is good on there. They have so many features on there. Better Than I Imagined is the lead single. It made the album. There's a song with Yebba called Over, which is great. Whole album is great. Neo soul vibes. If you're not into neo soul and around there, then that is probably is not. If you're looking for Saweetie, that's not what this is.
Not Sweetie.
Not Sweetie.
She ain't do nothing. Now why is Sweetie in it?
I'm just talking about, this is not popular. This is not like the stuff you're gonna see on Doja Cat's Instagram page.
Now why is Doja in it?
I'm not coming at them. I'm just saying this is a different style of music. God damn it.
I'm not saying that. Now why am I in it?
Look here. What I'm saying is this is I'd say this is a little more mature, and it's neo soul. It's beautiful.
Do
I
you
feel
really
like
pronounce that word like that?
you can say it like that, of course. And
Do you?
you know,
Wait,
like,
what word? I missed
like
it.
schedule, mature. I said mature.
Mature.
Like, yes.
You know, you just need to pour your little something, light up a cigar, and just listen to
that
the
seems
music.
mature right there.
You mean mature? How about crayons?
I'll just have to check my schedule. Okay. Anyway, now
Your schedule.
Leslie, don't go back to that crayon shit.
that was the wildest shit ever, G. I literally I played that for my mother. She was like, "Yeah, I didn't know what the hell she was talking about."
She said a what? Crayon.
Like I literally in my mind when you said that, I was like, why is she opening a box of Crown Vanilla? I know that's a shit. Like I don't know why she would open
Crowns, man, crowns.
Oh man. Good
Speaking
stuff.
of people mispronouncing words,
Nice segue.
have y'all seen him at the home?
When I tell y'all, I watched this with my mama on Saturday. We were rolling. Y'all would laugh just like that at this movie. It's so ridiculous. But it's on Netflix, so it's like Tyler had a little more like liberty because he's always doing this for the church folks and all that stuff.
Yeah,
over here cussing Uncle Joe, dropping F-bombs here and there, whatever.
Oh Lord,
he does a little like whole
on Netflix and got crazy.
He did. He went a little wild, but it was funny. At the very end, the ending credits is when he does a whole Beyonce homecoming performance, and he like went in depth, like showed the behind the scenes of how she had the behind the scenes with her dancers and practicing. He did that too, and the whole performance. Like it was a mess. Tyler is crazy, but it was funny. I laughed.
I mean, like Quiet as It's Kept, like his movies, like they be funny. They do. Like even like Meet the Browns. Meet the Browns. I saw that in theaters, and I was a little upset at myself because it was what was there. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I was hurting. Like that funeral scene. Yo, like I was like, I mean, like we talk about like weak and deceased. Like it was hard to breathe for like at least an hour. I was dead. So if Madeira's, and then like the Halloween shit that she did, that was good too. Tyler Perry.
I I totally that went past me too. I'm like,
You
yeah,
don't
she
want
did
to
do that.
offend.
She did it, yeah. Anyway, that
She
was
did
pretty
that.
good too. Boo, boo, boo. Madeira's Boo. That was pretty
I
good.
never watched Boo.
No, Boo was funny. Very
Okay.
family oriented, but it was funny. Like it was definitely
That
funny.
joint was corny.
Yeah, he knows comedic timing. You got to give it to him. I mean, even back when the plays were great. You know, that led to all this
love
success.
Tyler Perry plays. Like,
Plays were
ooh,
great,
that's
man.
the thing to do with all the family after church. Go
Oh,
in the
it was a
house
good
and be
time.
watching the Tyler Perry.
Did y'all watch was the first time you watched it? Was it a bootleg copy of the tape? I know it was for me.
Absolutely.
Of course. Absolutely.
I didn't know they came in something other than bootleg.
I didn't know they were regular. Like what?
This seems
my
like a regular
favorite-
DVD.
It really did. It really did, man.
Medea goes to jail with Sofia Vergara, and she brownie for my brownie. Like her in that movie, when I tell you, Sophia was a right. Oh my gosh, she cracked me.
No,
up.
that's another lady whose comedic timing is wildly undervalued. Like literally, Modern Family, her comedic timing on there is spot on.
Hilarious.
Killer,
Yeah,
killer. People are deceased.
Yeah.
Need to be in jail. Should be illegal. Killer.
So clearly, Leslie's saying we should watch the Medea Homecoming.
No, we
Also,
gonna watch it.
my last thing I'm gonna say about that.
Wait, go ahead.
How the hell Tyler Perry retire and then come out with a movie on Netflix in the span of 365 days?
What the fuck I said? Oh my God! Thank you for saying.
You know he wasn't really retired.
Like, wait a minute. Now, usually people give you that announcement, I'm going to retire. They at least really retire for 2 years, maybe 3 or something.
Yeah, Snoop at least stopped smoking weed for like, well, no, he only stopped for like 2 months. So, I mean, that's real.
But that shit, Tyler Perry did not stop. And for 2 months, he went right back into the studio.
But he said this so many times. He was like, I'm going to retire Medea for a while. And then Medea Witness Protection comes out. Nigga, what are you retiring? You ain't retiring shit.
Yeah. So I think he wanted to do it just to like allow people to like miss it and like be like, oh dang, we're gonna miss Medea. We wonder if we will ever see Medea again. So it drums up that like excitement that like when they make the announcements, oh, it's coming to Netflix.
He ain't got to do that.
God.
He ain't even got to do that.
He ain't got to do that. We was gonna watch it anyway.
Right. Sean, do you wanna do the Netflix party with me so we can watch it?
Oh, that'd be fun.
I never did this party.
Yeah, we're gonna do it then. That's what we
Nobody ever invited me to one.
Well, you've just been invited, girl. Look at that. Boom. Get your drinking, get your drinking glass ready.
That's so funny.
But also in the TV world, did you guys watch the NAACP awards?
I saw the YouTube highlights of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. No.
I saw bits and pieces on when it was on TV, but I didn't watch the whole thing. But I saw what I needed to see.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw it. You know, we seen people that needed to win. You know what I'm saying? We have outstanding comedy series. Of course, Insecure came in and took that out.
Absolutely.
Regina King got the best outstanding supporting actress in a motion picture for The Harder They Fall.
Well
deserved. What I also did notice is most of the movies that I seen win were movies that I actually saw. The losers, I'm like, damn, I ain't never even seen that.
Yeah, unlike the Oscars where it's like all these movies you never even heard of.
That you never heard of.
Yeah, but like that's why my gripe is always been with the NAACP awards, like the BET awards. Like they just give it to shit that's popular. Like, okay, like I'll give you a good example. Like one year, I remember when Prince won for best male performer. Right now, I love Prince. Everybody knows I love Prince. That's my dude. When he passed, I was hurt. That was a Thursday. I'll never forget. Now, he did not deserve to win because no one heard that CD that year. No one heard it. No one knew. Only maybe me and like 5 other people knew about that CD. And you over here talking about he won. And he even got on stage talking about, well, this is surprising. Because he knew it was bullshit. And I don't like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people don't deserve to get, shout outs for their work, give them their flowers. Absolutely. Black roses all day. But like, come on, man. Can we really look at like what went into this work and what it did and the symbolism and like come on, man. Can we for real like give it to the work that deserves to win?
That really That's how I feel about Jennifer Hudson getting Entertainer of the Year. Good for her and all, but like, why exactly?
So Beyonce don't exist?
In that category.
It was Lil Nas X, Megan Thee Stallion, Regina King, Tiffany Haddish, and J Hood. So I don't know who should have won out of those options, but I don't even know how those options got.
Low key, Lil Nas X, he had a hell of a year.
What about
That's the only one I could have seen.
Say him again.
Lil Nas X, Tiffany Haddish, Megan Thee Stallion, and Regina King.
I was gonna say
maybe Regina King for The Harder They Fall.
I was thinking Megan Thee Stallion just based on like tour and album sales and just like touring and actually being a performer and all the stuff she's done.
And all the other deals she has. She has a lot of endorsement deals.
Like I would think it'd be Megan Thee Stallion. Lil Nas X, I'd say he'd be close. He'd be close. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like, but The Harder They Fall did win a good amount of awards. I still have to watch Respect with Jennifer Hudson, and I have not even seen that.
Oh, the Aretha Franklin movie.
One.
Yes.
You saw it?
You seen it?
I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep. I turned it on and started falling asleep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I was about to be like, yeah, it was cool. No, I fell asleep.
You thought about it for a second. You was like, should I lie?
Should I? You know,
I fell right asleep. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. I was just now in my defense, I did start this at like 2 a.m. thinking that I was just gonna be up like normal, but like it didn't grip me. It didn't grip me. It didn't grip me like Ray did.
That's what you said.
Okay, we're gonna move right along. We're just gonna move right along. And you over here knocking my Tinder profile. Fuck out of here. Anyway, talking about
next up,
I ain't gonna swipe because he freaky deaky. Mm-hmm.
You gotta get to that part.
You was taking it. You was throwing it out too soon.
Yeah, I clearly am not expecting somebody to be like, here, I'm gonna bust it wide open for you.
Because that means everybody
too much. You know, come out.
It's gotta be exclusive. But anyway, continue.
Lastly, on the TV docket, we have come to the season finale.
The craziest fucking high school ever.
So fucking craziest high school ever. Like, you would think that these people have rich parents the way that they live in lives. Like, it does. It sounds like all this drugs and all that. This is what I expect from like.
I thought drugs were expensive.
Private school kids and shit.
Right. They had 6.6 million viewers for the finale, which makes it the second most watched show in HBO history, right under
at the Game of Thrones.
This is Euphoria, correct?
Mm-hmm. Man, because the last 2 episodes were fucking intense, man. That whole play, that was so. I watched that part twice, and I just was like, damn. And I might watch it again today.
I might watch it again. Shout out to Lexi.
Good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lexi. She did what needed to be done. Fuck her sister.
Freaking Maddie chasing Cassie. First of all, Cassie would act big and bad, pulling an old girl out the little unicorn. But then as soon as Maddie started chasing, she started running. And then she pushed her head into the wall. I said, now where's Nate? They need to get some of this too. He's crazy behind.
Everybody needed to get that word. She did.
RP the ashtray. Let's throw that out there. I hope Fez is okay. Nobody knows what's gonna happen to him, you know. He just wanted to go see Lexi's play. Like, I feel so bad for him.
My man was putting on a tie to go see her play. Man, that was heartbreaking. And Ashtray, I seen these memes that said Ashtray went out like Queen Latifah and set it off, and that shit had me.
And he did.
He did out like Queen Latifah. I was like, damn, if you're gonna go out, this is it.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
it.
This is just why I can't watch this show. Like I have tried on, like, because my lady watches the show. I have tried on so many occasions to sit down and watch it, and then I hear something wild. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need this in my life.
Everything you need is good drama. It's sex. Yeah. It's drugs. It's infidelity. It's
molestation. What kind of weird ass? This show is wild.
It's a lot.
Kind of.
Is that man not like in his 50s? And is that child not?
It alludes to it, doesn't show it. It alludes to that it took place.
The first scene in like the play.
We don't know that.
The first scene is him clearly fucking somebody underage. It's like one of the first scenes in the show.
Yeah, but you know, it ain't our Degrassi, that's for sure. They took it to it
ain't Degrassi.
Most we have was wheelchair Jimmy.
The fast ass girl on Degrassi wore a thong. That was like shut the screen down.
Her name was Cassie.
She wasn't she the best looking one? She was the best looking one on there.
Yeah, she was.
She was the black girl with like the kind of lightish hair, right?
No, she was made her the biggest slut of the school. You're talking about Liberty.
Oh, Liberty. That's the one I like. I like Liberty.
Yeah, but shout out to Euphoria. It's not coming back to the 2024, so who knows if we'll still care by the time it comes back around.
Oh, are they doing like a thing like with Atlanta? Like why are they taking 2 years off?
They just said they just made an announcement that it's not come back to 2024.
I mean, they probably need mental health breaks. That shit was crazy.
Sure. Good God.
Especially Rue, she was fucking being a crackhead the whole time. Them scenes with her and her mom talking about her killing herself.
It was a lot. And so they even said like it does affect her mental and stuff like that. So maybe so. Maybe they are giving them a break.
Heavy.
Yeah.
That show is just, it's so heavy. Like honestly, when I watch TV to like, not think about all the fucked up stuff
Escape.
going on in the real world.
Yeah.
Like that show is just heavy. It's too much.
I was gonna stop watching in the middle until it actually really like got good. I was like, oh, let me go ahead and see this through. But like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna pick it back up because it's gonna be 2 years from now. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but like, do you watch Atlanta?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Atlanta's back. Atlanta seems to have quite a bit of following right now. People seem to have all the traction on it. So
It started already?
I think it has, or
It's
does,
this
or it
last
starts,
week,
or it
too.
starts this month. It starts this month if it hasn't started already.
Yeah, but
Okay.
enjoy it. It's this
'Cause I
last
love
week.
Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I got for us in recess, guys. Damn,
Okay.
my heart's still heavy. Still think about Euphoria. And shit.
Jesus, like, is your heart? See, if your heart start racing, we're
I'm
talking
like,
about a
yeah,
show.
well, maybe he was right about that because I had to stop and think. I'm like, damn, what was we even talking about? That just stressed me out.
Like,
Mhm.
I just honestly, before we like, I know we stopped talking about it, but like the reason I feel like Euphoria like kind of builds is like I just feel like because it's kids now that watch it that make it as popular as right too, right? Because like
Yeah.
adults watch it, but like we were talking about people 14 to like 18 watch that show, right? A lot of them do, right? I feel like they need it because they're so desensitized to everything. Like they need to have something this raw to grip them, because I haven't heard about any other drama that they've latched onto. Like, cause like, we used to have Gossip Girl, we used to have all the little things, One Tree Hill. Like I couldn't tell you what that drama is for kids now. I could not tell you. And it used to be simple to find out.
Grownish.
You said what?
Yeah, but Grownish
Grownish?
still has
No,
a
it's not
comedic,
the same, though.
a comedic overtone though.
I was just thinking the something in their age group.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think they have anything else. And I
think
feel
they
like
do.
this show is that show for them. Like this is the
I
show.
mean, it is technically people in their age group. It's just things that we don't.
Right. And I just feel like they're because of what they've seen and like how they are desensitized to things. Because I mean, being a kid now, you're gonna be. It just is. So I feel like this is like they need that to feel like it's a gripping drama. Because I feel like if you would have asked them about it, they'd be like, "Yeah, I saw that shit last week at high school. It's cool."
Yeah, and that's the scary part about it.
And that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
But is that everything?
I think
That's
that's
it.
enough.
Yeah, it's been a long show.
Yeah.
Thank you
We
guys
had
for
fun, though.
listening. Yeah. Oh my God, we had a good time today. This is honestly, I feel like I've had more fun this show than we have in a few weeks. Honestly, low key.
Oh
Yeah,
Yeah.
yay!
Talk about these dating
That was fun.
profiles. We'll have to do another like update later on this year, like Sean and I, to give any updates if we've had success with these dating apps to see.
And gentlemen,
a 6 month check-in.
And gentlemen, if you need help with your dating profile, come talk to me. I got you. I'm gonna get you right. Okay. Like, in fact, there was a friend of mine the other day online. She was like, I need help deciding my profile photos. And like, she put a bunch of them on Instagram. I told her the 6 she needed. I said, no, you don't use any of the 6 than these. And if you do, I'm gonna know about it. Okay. And she did, and the woman's had success. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm low-key the profile whisperer. Like, I'll never forget one of the funniest times, right? There was homegirl. I was literally, this is back when I was still flying around. And I was talking to her, and she was like, I don't really get a lot of play on my dating site. Well, let me see your pictures. The first picture, she looked like a bank teller. She was over here. And I was like,
Maybe she was a bank teller.
She wasn't. She's supposed to be a hot young flight attendant. No, she was too much. Too much. I was like, girl, you need your brunch photo with you friends. And we're like, you need that photo, and then you need that photo. You need
pose for me.
You don't really need a swimsuit photo, but you do need something where they know what you look like. Maybe a little pencil skirt photo. We got her whole profile together. Do you know how many hits she got like within a week's time? She's like, I've had like 200 people hit me up. I'm like, I know, because you put your best foot forward, girl.
Okay, 200.
That's what I'm talking
All
about.
right, Tristan. Well, we're out of here on that note.
Yeah,
That's a true story.
200 is more like 20.
Yeah.
No, it was a lot. I don't know if it was quite 200, but it was definitely over.
Right,
100. She said she got quite a few likes. She got quite a few. Either way, guys, until the next time. Oh, and by the way, y'all, would you guys make sure that you guys like and subscribe? Please do on YouTube. Check out our Facebook page. Check out our TikTok. Check out the Instagram. Check out Twitters. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple.
Oh, Twitters.
The Twitters. We're on the interwebs. We out here, y'all. We got a lot of content. If you can't find us, you're hurting yourself. This is all you're doing. You're hurting yourself. But until the next time, guys, I've been Tris.
Girless.
Shauna Don.
And even though the party may change, the vibe remains the same. We out, y'all.
Bye.